now we need to create our footer, and our footer does not need to go within our main element because it's not main content. So what we're going to do is create a comment called footer, and then we're simply going to create a footer element. Within this footer, we're going to create 3 divs. So we'll create one and copy and paste it 2 more times. In this first one, all we need is our logo. So we're going to go ahead and grab our logo 1 more time. As a matter of fact, we're not even going to retype all of that out. We're simply just going to go grab our logo from the top up here. And while I'm thinking about this, I need to also make sure that I have my lazy loaded image for this as well. And we'll just paste that in right here, add our lazy loading attribute. Just gonna add a little sitemap, and then we're gonna copy our link elements here and simply paste these within our second div. And then we're gonna create an H4, and we're not even gonna type this up from scratch. We're just gonna go over to the design and just copy the copyright message and just go ahead and paste it right in here. Test this out on our page. All the content that we want is successfully displaying, and now we just need to style it. Add a comment, target our footer element, and we want to change the background color. And I'm just going to go ahead and take the color directly from my design, and then I'm going to use grid again. You can use Flexbox, whichever one works best. Flexbox does work better on older browsers, so if you're worried about that, I would go ahead and use Flex, but in our case we're going to use grid because it is compatible. And then again, we just want to specify our grid template columns, and this is going to be 3 columns for our footer. Align our items again, padding of 1 rem, and our text color is going to be that red. Now we're going to target the second div within our footer, once again using nth child, and we're going to target the second one. And in this case, we want our text to be aligned in the center. Now what we want to do next is go back to our HTML, and we actually need to wrap this middle content within a div element. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We want this all to be within 1 div. So we're going to copy and paste this, target first div here. So we're going to copy and paste that, change this to a 1, and we're going to change our display to flex. We want to justify the content to make sure it's all centered. And then we can just copy and paste this 1 more time, and we want to target all of the link elements. So just add an A here, and we want to get rid of our text decoration. So we're going to change this to none. Then we're going to change the color to the red and change our font size to 1 rem. Target the last div inside of our footer. So we're going to change this to 3 right here, and we want to align this to the right. Copy and paste this again, and we want to target the first div in our footer, and we want to target the image within there, and we want to change the padding to 0.5 rem. Target the images, which are the icons for Facebook and Instagram, within our third div. So we'll just add it like this with the comma. Save that. Let's take a look at it. Still needs a little bit of work, but it looks much better. Go back to our HTML page, add 1 more div, and here is where we are going to add our final image elements on our home page. So we're just going to copy this, paste it again. We're going to change the width to 10% and change the width of our logo also to 10% because it's too large. Is actually add our Instagram logo, change this second one to our Facebook logos. Don't want this order nav class to be tied to our order link in our footer. It's looking much better. Make our font weight a little bit bolder because it looks a little bit light. So we'll go ahead and refresh that, and you guys will see that this is going to make these links look a lot better. Tap here to see what happens next.